The mingling of our humanity with the divinity of God that bring Pastor Caleb. Shh. The mingling of our humanity with our divinity that bring perfect dominion. Now listen. I want to tell you something that is very important. God will never hand over what he created to man. But God will never have dominion on earth without man. God will never have dominion on earth. God will never hand over what he created to man. And God will never have dominion on earth without man. So what exercises dominion on earth is a perfect mingling of God with man. Now it is a way a man. Oh, dabo setoriara kaya no barada la tatara yada baba. It God prefer us housing him than calling him. Calling upon God without keeping God is an act of appreciability. Not on your paper. Calling upon God without keeping God. Now, everything God accomplishes on earth for us to advance him compels us to keep him. Compels us. When God wants to accomplish a mighty act, he prefers us keeping him than calling him. Those who keep God are better than those who call him. Because keeping is a perfect mingling. Now, I would like you to hear this. Those who have privilege to keep God are better than those who call him. But God chooses those that can keep him. Keeping Christ is what made Jesus the most important man that ever lived. And that's what it means, the attention God gave to his prayers. I said that's what it means. Determined the attention God gave to the prayer of Jesus. Because Jesus prayed from the Christ in him. Remember that I'm going to be talking about on the traveling Christ. The dominion that Jesus established wasn't his own. Can I say it again? I said the dominion that Jesus accomplished wasn't. No, it wasn't his dominion. It was the dominion of Christ. Every man on earth is here not to establish his dominion, but the dominion of his God. And then it is what we get from that God that determines that dominion. Now, when John came, John wasn't a man of dominion. He was a prophet announcing the coming of the dominion of Jesus. So, when you are on earth, you should be able to know the particular spirit that you are born to serve and know what he expects from you and what you have to serve him with. In January, I said Elon Musk is not rich. If I see the spirit you are serving and the content and how much of that spirit you have, I will know whether you'll be rich or not. So the spirit of Tesla came from where? Ordinary. Listen, Elon Musk is alive in a time when God wants to sell the earth. God will surprise me. God will surprise me before I leave. I said, I know that God will surprise me with miracle. I already know it. I said, God will surprise me with miracle before I leave. I know what I'm telling you. I can't keep sharing this deep, praying this much, and Yahweh, who is more faithful than me, will not react. He had to react to me before 7 p.m. He has to listen. Yahweh should react. I'm about to start calling him because the energy to pray has come on me already. John was killed. John the Baptist was killed in his inability to keep God. The inability of John to keep God was the reason for his distraction. Because if man can't keep God, then he can't raise standard against dust. Can I say it again? I say if man can't keep God, then he cannot raise standard against dust. The protection of all mortals is the clothing of the mortals with the immortality of God. It's a mingling of the divinity of humanity with divinity of God, just to give honor, to bring honor to that humanity. How many of us know you are living around here or around the south? Is how many people have you brought here to pray? In the camp of power. If the Igbos doesn't respond very quickly to this camp as quickly as possible, the angel of judgment will come out of this earth and start killing them. When I was trying to come to camp in 2024. In 2024, that is December 2023, to make, by 2024, that's last year, it will be 30 years I'm a preacher. The Lord told me, after 30 years of this burning in this land, that what is left for him is to slaughter people. If you think that God is patient, there's always a time when the patience of God is over, so that men can see his strength. Because if he cannot function, then people will dishonor him. And not even functioning. Every sweat we keep here represents the energy of God that God must react to. Maybe you didn't hear what I said. I said every fire we keep here represent the value of God that God must react to in his faithfulness. So we are not begging him. When I mention prayer point, when I say, hey, you start shouting. His duty is to react. If he didn't react, I will bring more pressure. I will not back out. I'm not even begging him to react. You see, because the energy to put pressure on him is with me. Whether he reacts or not, I will keep generating energy to put pressure on the natural. If Yahweh doesn't want to react, I will force my angels to do havoc. From strength, from labor, from deposit. From recognition of response of spirit to human value. I recognize that spirits are Katoma Brandi, Little Branda, Sotofranastia, Rakatapaya. If in the Toklezota 23:20 down to 33, that it was the labor of Moses that empowered an angel to destroy the 8 nations, then somebody will die. Then somebody will suffer. is nowhere on earth that very strong human values are neglected. Human beings we pay too much. Somebody stored a lot of oil in the pot. I said the oil is not there. How? The oil in chapter 5 of Revelation that is stored in heaven must be poured on earth. And somebody somewhere will feel it. Now what the ancient spirit do is to take away from young men the valor of consistency. The valor of consistency. To say to God that I'm from Port Harcourt and that somebody at the center of Port Harcourt must die. A man must say his house. If I get back to Lagos on Saturday, somebody will see havoc. Somebody will feel something. One day I was praying in the church. I was asking God, I said, God, this all bad that is around me, is he feeling my presence? When I get back to Lagos, I'll find out. If he is not, then I will make him. I told God, I said, Muhammad is in the grave. Jesus has gone to heaven. And I'm on earth. I said, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you so much. I thank you for the opportunity to still be on earth. You see, because the work of these two men are not limited. They're no longer on earth. Moses is no longer on it. But I am on it. That is, they can't do new exploit. Jesus cannot do new exploit because his dominion is already measured and he has gone. So he's already functioning to the boundary of his dominion. Me, my own dominion doesn't have boundary yet. I can still be anything. Because I'm on it. But if I go, they will measure it. Then I will make intercession from confinement. As I will make. Please try and be peaceful with her. This place is not a barracks now. So, I want somebody to see the value of humanity. The honor of being a man. Because if it's it matter, God will need man. And if God wants to be a God on earth, then it is a man that will make him God. So he cannot say he doesn't need us. He needs us the way we need him. So when you say, Moses, you are a God, it is the value Moses provided, human value, that produces a God. Church, is it quite fine? There is no limitation on earth. Your life will never be subjected to limitation. There is something I want you to know. The clothing of humanity on our divinity on our humanity, divinity on our humanity, give us limited opportunity. In the first place, it prevents you from dying and make you to share in the opportunity of God. Make you to share in the opportunity, in the opportunity. Excuse me, whether Satan like you or not, how does it diminish this thing we have been doing since last week, Wednesday? This is our 8 days here. We have not rested. Why we are not falling sick? Because we are used to pain. I said we already used to pain. Listen, there is hey, did you bring Ajimata to this? Excuse me, since when Ajimata have not eaten? I told you that I invited Reverend Samuel to Kano. Not me, but they told me I want to pray with me. I said, come. I went to his room, holiday village to go. He said, which one is this? Reverend Samuel told me that. Coming. But are you coming out? Should I come over? I said, anyone. You know, but Reverend Samuel, he used to be my friend. He's kind. He's a very kind man. It was in his house. He went 25 years ago now to go and do crusade. The first meeting we had in Abuja Church was behind his kitchen. 25 years ago. And he has a very kind wife that was working in the embassy that time. The wife wanted the husband, that somewhere, to be hot. You know how women are. So he was pushing him to me so that I can make him hot. But I didn't succeed. Esther somewhere. Beautiful India. Finally, the traveling Christ. I'm going to take 20 minutes on it or less. Then we'll start praying. While I'm shouting, just get ready. Now, why Jesus? Why Jesus was a traveler? It's because he was inspired by the Christ. I said, why Jesus was? It's because he was inspired. Now, the capital job of Christ in us is to empower us to travel. It is to inspire, is to inspire us unto continuous travel. That's what the Bible says in the book of Romans chapter 8. It said the Holy Ghost help you, your infirmities. The Holy Ghost there is the Christ. What the Bible calls infirmities is the unwillingness of believers to pray. The tiredness to pray. That is lack of urge, lack of unction. Praying, you have not prayed through, but you want to be tired.